Alright, what's up guys? So, I'm just gonna make a statement at the beginning of this video. This video is not going to go into any talk on meta or balance or anything. This is more purely gonna be, just on, like, the state of the game in terms of, what people are doing in the games. Not really about a little bit about the characters themselves, but it's not gonna be like, oh, this is OP, it needs to be nerfed type of thing. So, if any of you have watched any HR Trios content from really anyone that streams it, me, Pashi, Apollo, Repose, Jay, Solar Bear, anybody that streams it, even duos to a little bit of an extent. It's getting a little bit bad in duos too, but you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about here, and that is people ratting in HR, and it's becoming a really, really big problem, like really big, to the point where there's a lot of HR teams that aren't even playing HR trios anymore, or if they do, they're playing off stream just because of how bad this is. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, people are ratting just 24/7, and the way they're doing it, they're playing Naked Rogue or they're playing Naked Druid, and you just queue up and literally, if you're just a normal player, you just follow people around and you try to find a geared team, try to run them into each other, make them fight, and then you just wait to pick up scraps off the bodies whenever they start fighting, right? Or if you're lucky, you rip an entire kit before the fight's over, and then you make it big. If you see up there in the top left, bring it down because it's kind of covered by the thing. Oh, there you go. That is my gold made versus entry fee ratting. And it looks. My entry fee is like 5,800, which means that's probably off by a few hundred here or there because I forget to add things, so I just add a bunch at once. But anyways, 5,800, which is the equivalent of 58 games entered, and I've made 46,225 gold. And all of this is over a span of like 2 days, give or take, of two different streams of me doing this. And that's one thing, or that's actually a few things. One, I'm not a very good druid player, so I'm not optimal at this at all. Two, I'm doing this on stream, which means more people are seeing me. They know who I am, so they're more likely to kill me instead of let me, normally loot their shit. Also, I have other rats sniping my games if they see gear. And three, the biggest thing is that 5,800 gold entry fee. Over half of those games are me loading up, seeing it's a dead lobby that has nothing but rats in it, and leaving. And that 46,000 gold, all of that was made in about 3 games. I probably made somewhere upwards of 40k of that, 40 to like I'd say around 42, 43,000 of that in 3 games, and I've just made like a few hundred here or there at a couple other games. Because I remember in one game in particular, I ripped an entire Warlock kit because there's literally a fight still going on, and I just ran past the guys as they were chasing down the rest of the team, ran past them, ran to the back of the fight, looted an entire Warlock kit, and then just ran to a blue and waited for it to open. And in the process of doing that, I ended up selling the kit. I sold half the kit back to the Warlock that I looted it off of for a gold key and a full gold bag, which is about 15k at the time. And then I sold a couple pieces of his kits, on the market for like another few thousand. So I made like 20,000 gold off of that one kit alone with zero effort, zero skill, basically zero anything involved that required anything resembling skill. And the point of this is that it's just so easy. It takes so little skill, and you literally risk nothing. Like, oh, you're risking 100 gold entry fee? Cool. Like, what does that matter? Like, that's literally nothing, right? And I mean, honestly, I'm gonna queue up right now. I wanna try to queue up right now just to see if I can show you guys what I mean by this. Because there's a chance I queue up and I get actual human beings and geared people in my lobby, but there's also a chance I queue up and I get literally no one in my lobby. So let's just see it, just out of curiosity. But yeah, it's been getting so bad recently that I know of a lot of HR trios teams just aren't even playing because they just don't see a reason. Most of the games you queue, okay, there's some frostlight. But most of the games you queue, you just have one naked guy, two naked guys, three, four, five.
No, he's living off grid.
Let's go see if there's more down here. That wizard doesn't sound like he's casting very fast. That's six, basically. That's not even naked druid, though. So we've had five basically naked players, one half naked. I don't know if that's a new person or not. But this is just how your lobbies are. There's one geared team, and almost the rest of them are entirely just rats. And so that one geared team, you know what these guys are gonna do? They're just gonna go sit at blues. They're just gonna go camp blue statics, and they're gonna wait to leave and try to next time to get an actual geared lobby. I mean, this team right here, like, what are they? Like, kinda geared? I mean, yeah, these guys are like kinda geared. I mean, yeah, I guess. So if you're lucky, you get 2 teams. I mean, that's not even really a geared team though. That's very like mid gear. Oh, Another naked team over there. Two more nakeds. Like this is just the state of the game. This is what you have to play when you play HR trios, and it's just not fun. So, how do you fix this? Well, truthfully speaking, there isn't like one easy solution that you like, oh, just do this and everything's fixed. Some people be like, oh, just make a minimum gear score cap for HR. They're used to do that, and people what they do is they just buy cheap, high rarity items to buff up their gear score, like a bunch of like green longbows or something, or things like that. It costs you like what 100, like you could buy two purple quarterstaffs for 100 gold, and then effectively, your entry fee is just going from 100 gold to 200 gold. But look at my entry fee compared to the gold I've made. You could triple it, and I've still made way more gold. Like I've still made way more profit that I have spent on entry fee, right? It's ridiculous. And that right I just did, that's what most people do. That's where all my entry fees from. I queue up, no one's in the lobby, or no one there's like, there's only one geared team that has pretty much no contention to die. I leave the game. I go next. And that is how you play it. That is literally what you do. But like I said, I'm moving on. In my personal opinion, the best way to fix this, because I'm going to say this, and I know it's kind of going to be a hot take, the playstyle can't be removed, and I don't think it necessarily should be, because it being an option is okay. But the biggest problem is it being optimal. Like, it should be something you can do, but not something that you're doing because you want to profit. It's something you do like, haha, like, I'm just going to fuck around with people, just have some fun, right? That's one thing. But when it is the optimal way to play the game and make gold, that isn't good in my opinion. I don't think it should be like that. And so to do that, you just need to make it so it's a lot riskier. It's a lot less likely for people to get it. And the way to do that is so right now you have it of looting bodies takes like 8 seconds, right? It takes a lot longer than it used to. What I think they should do is like double that. However, make it so whoever like the team that gets the kill on somebody or does like, or like whatever you want to classify it as does the most damage, kills, whatever, like, this can be worked out. They have a fast loot. That way, what you can do is if somebody dies, are you going to be able to insta rip the whole kit in the middle of a fight? No. Can you pop it open, grab a few pieces of a few pieces of gear and move on? Yes. But the thing is, like, let's say I have a 1 second loot time on a body. I popped their body open, ping, 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 grabbed all 3 pieces of jewelry, ping, ping, chest plate, weapon, fight. I could keep going for the fight. That took me 2 seconds to do. Like, and then if I come back and everything else is gone, like, oh well, at least I got half the kit, right? Like, getting the jewelry off of a kit more often ends up being, like, over half the price of the kit alone, because jewelry is some of the most expensive pieces. And they're easy to carry, so no matter what, you're almost always going to be able to grab them. Plus, any other specific piece of gear I want. Like, let's say, like, pre-game lobby, oh, I want that guy's chest piece. I know to grab that if the guy dies instantly. And then if everything else gets ripped, is it going to suck? Yeah, but it doesn't suck as much because I got what I wanted off of him. Or, I got, like, some pieces that I wanted off of him. And I think that is one of the best solutions to it, because outside of that, the way you're going to have to do it is you're going to have to completely gut any ratting potential rogue and druid has. And to do that, you would have to, like, kill shapeshift mastery. You'd have to, like, maybe form lock them so they can't transform, like, repeatedly from form to form. Like, there are just so many things you could, like, so many different ways to, like, or, ways that you could kill the class that would make it way worse, but that's just going to make people that actually play the class not enjoy it. But genuinely, something needs to be done about it. I mean, I know there's probably a patch coming soon, and I really hope they do something, but it's just, something has to be done. And I know another popular opinion was, oh, make it so people can't solo queue. That doesn't really change anything, because all that's going to do is rats are just going to, they're just going to form coalitions. You're just going to have trios of rats instead of solos of rats trying to steal your gear. And if you've ever had to deal with trios of rats, I promise you, it's a lot worse than just a solo. And it's just so annoying. Because, like, yeah, like, if you kill one person and you really want that gear, you can just not chase the fight. You can sit there and you can get, just that kit, and get, if that other team runs away, and you can confirm that one. But then, you're like, but why should you have to do that? Why should you have to immediately give up on a fight the moment you get one kill? Because if you don't, like, some rats will loot the entire kit. That's just not a fun way to play. It makes people not enjoy HR trios. I know personally that I'm still playing decently, but for the past, like, 3 days, almost all I've done is ratting. Because the people I play with, like Pashi, Apollo, Chulo, all of them, they don't want to play trios because of how bad it is. And completely ignoring everything else about, people stealing your gear and all that, because you have all of these players queuing up and ratting, it's literally, it's like, you guys know the snake eating its tail, little Ouroboros symbol? That's what it's like. So many people are ratting that it's making less and less people queue HR trios geared, which leads in turn to more rats because those guys are turning into rats. Because like, oh, if they're doing it, I'm gonna do it, which is exactly why I'm doing it. More and more people are turning into rats, and the more rats there are, the less geared teams there are, the less lobbies that rats can even loot. So literally, like I wish you could see a statistic on how many people are like queuing up and leaving HR lobbies because there are plenty. Like every time a lobby loads up and it's no geared teams and just rats or like no real geared teams, they just instantly leave. Well, like what I did. I literally did it last night where I like died to a mob so I could spectate, and I went around and over half the lobby had already died to mobs. In an HR game, all these naked rats had already died to mobs. There were, I think, 6 people left in the game, and then there was a 3-man DC'd in their spawn. So instantly at the start, a full lobby had like 6 players left because everybody left the game or died to mobs because there wasn't worth being in that lobby. And it's like that needs to be fixed. Absolutely. So I don't know, like I said, my advice or my solution, it's one of the better ones, but at the end of the day, it's still not the best. Something else still needs to be done about it. Like, I mean, making it so they could only trio queue into trios, I'm not saying it shouldn't be done. I'm saying it won't fix the problem entirely, but I do like it. I do think it should be done. Because a lot of these people that just sit here and solo queue rat all day, I mean, they're not going to find a trio to do it. I don't think so. And if they do, I mean, hey, good for them, but the majority probably won't be able to. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the video for me now. For now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.